So I've been thinking about some ways that I could suggest, that things that I've been doing to help you break out of your unsupportive habits yourself. So one of the things that I've been doing, something really simple, is to drink plenty of water as soon as I get up. My goal was to drink 3 glasses of water every day as soon as I got up. So 3 tall glasses of water. The first time I did this, I felt really sick. So I spend a minute after each glass just to make sure that I didn't throw up. I've been doing this for about a year, and I find it makes me feel great. After you build up to that, I'd suggest you take time and build up to that level, rather than just going and drinking 3 glasses the first time. In 2012, I've decided to increase that to 1 litre every morning as soon as I get up. Now, one thing you've got to realize is your body is your temple. You've probably heard this several times. So you need to treat it as such. You need to treat it with respect. You need to look after it, take care of it, listen to it. As long as you do that, it will look after you. It'll be there for you. So this really simple technique will be a part of that process of treating your body well. Now, one of the things you got to understand is your body is comprised of up to 60% water. There's some references on my blog that you can have a look at that goes into all the scientific details, which I'm not going to go into here. But suffice it as it to say, if it's 60% water, and water is consumed and used in your body, it's understandable that you want to keep replenishing that supply, that fuel, so it can function optimally. So if you are going to drink, let's say, 1 litre of water, or you're going to build up to drinking 1 litre of water each day, I would suggest that you make that water as clean and free from toxins and chemicals as possible. So it's advisable that you get a filter, some kind of water filter, to get all the chemicals, the chlorine and so forth out of it. The water filter that we went through several water filters. One of the ones you can get that gets rid of the fluoride and the chlorine, which goes under your sink, which you can attach to your tap, and the pressure of the water system actually forces the water out and through the filters. It's a little bit slow to come out initially, so it was effective, and we've still got it, but we don't use it as much. The one we're using right now is by a company called Nikken, which is Nikken, and it's the PyMag water system, which we find great. The water, you can actually not taste the water. How do you know it's good water if you can't taste it? The water that comes out of the tap, you can taste it. There's this heaviness about it. So with the PyMag system, you need to replace the components every year or so, or every 6 months to a year. But it's fresh, clean water that's alive, and that's the type of water you want to be consuming. Now, obviously, there's probably several water systems out there that you can go and find, and anyone that you do find, make sure you do some proper research to make sure there's that it's up to scratch and it does what it says it does. Now, one other thing, when you're using water, you need to carry it around with you. So making sure that you carry it around in a container that's free from toxins as well is also important. Now, most of the plastic bottles that are used, that are sold in supermarkets, so forth, contain BPA. Now, don't quote me on that. They might have gone and changed all that, but most of them do contain a substance, or in their manufacturing they use a substance called BPA, which is bisphenol A, and when that breaks down, it's very harmful to your body. So there are bottles that you can get that are free of BPA, or you can use glass. which is not as convenient. It's heavy and it can break, but it's a lot safer. Now, why drink water? Now, I've already said it's your body is your temple, and you need to look after it. But why do you need to drink this much water? 60% of your body is water, so you're replenishing that. But one of the main reasons I started actually drinking water is it makes you feel great throughout the day. It gives you a sense of energy that I did not used to have. I used to feel so sluggish. I'd get out of bed, I'd have my breakfast, and then I'd just be run down all day. And one day I heard, I think it was my dad, he sent me an email saying, one of those chain emails, believe it or not. This is where I initially got the idea before doing some research on it. But to drink, lots of water in the morning, and I found this works. So I just did some research. I found, the more you can consume, the better. And I've built it up to a litre, which is excellent. And there are things that you need to do after you drink the water. Obviously, you might need to go to the toilet a few times within that hour or two, but the day goes much better. I feel a lot less sluggish. Now, on my blog, there's lots of other scientific and health reasons why you could be drinking water, but putting all that aside, it makes you feel great. Lastly, I'd just like to end on the fact that be grateful. Be grateful for the clean, abundant supply of water that you have available for you to drink. Thanks. Hope that helps.